Oh man.
And because of all these things going on, Kevin Durant's name has come up in trade discussions once again. There are several teams. Let me start by saying this. NBA GMs and the NBA execs believe that Kevin Durant is on the market, like to watch out for it. There's some teams that these GMs and execs are saying include the Suns, the Sixers, the Lakers, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, those are some of the teams. Could be more.
Hmm.
So with this being the thing, and honestly, based on how Brooklyn's looked, it seemed like they were gelling a little bit without Kyrie, but then again, you lose to the Lakers. So what does that say? Anyway, uh,
The Lakers are I'm not gonna touch on the Lakers, but anyway.
I mean, they basically follow the formula, man. Like after they lose like five, they win two, then lose again, or whatever how it is. It's like a pattern. It's like
Wow.
someone predicted that too. I forgot who it was. They were like, "Hey, it means the Lakers will win the next two," and they actually won the next two. Well, did they win two in a row?
They had a win
No,
before the Nets,
no,
but I'm not sure if it was back to back
no. It wasn't back
wins.
to back. I take it back. I take it back. Yeah, I take that back. It's like they won and they lost. Either way, you lose to the
Yeah,
Lakers,
one and drop. Yeah. But
who currently,
I
based
mean,
on standings, are in play for Wembayama. But that pick doesn't go to them; it goes to the Pelicans.
yeah,
And not only
yeah.
that, the Nets are kind of in play because of their record, man. It's as the Nets, I would possibly look at a Kevin Durant trade. I would,
Mm.
and just try to get everything I can back. Just blow it up. It's not working. Honestly, before I do that though, I would honestly try to see if it'll work with Vaughn. You know,
Mm.
I try to make it work. See how it is with Kyrie because they have a championship roster. Like on paper, it looks good,
Yeah.
but
On paper. But
but
can we
back
get people on the court is the question.
true backup plan. It's a good backup plan to have, and he just signed like an extension. That's a valuable contract.
Hmm.
So the team he goes to, you know,
You got
you
him.
got him for like at least a couple years. So I will get everything I can for Kevin Durant. Obviously, some of the scenarios that came up, like KD for AD and some picks, whatever little the Lakers have remaining. So another one has been that I think this is kind of more realistic. Aiden for KD and some picks. I don't know, but what team would you like to see KD on if they did a trade?
I mean, of the three teams you just named,
Or it could be any team, honestly. Like any realistic team, honestly. Realistically.
mm,
It can be any team you want. I think a trade to the Suns could be good. He could also be traded and go back to the Warriors. Because they have enough assets as well. So I think those are the top two teams in my opinion.
um, I mean, just to be clear, I would like to see how he plays it out with the Nets. I hope they,
Yeah,
you
me
know,
too. Primarily, that's what I want to see
yeah, yeah.
first. But if it continues like how it was looking, it got a little bit better now. But at first, it was looking bad. It got a little
Mhm.
bit better. So I just want to see. But yeah, what do you think?
I think that I agree with you pretty much. Like obviously the Nets, but if he were to be traded, I think Phoenix would be a better, you know, situation. Um, and I think that, why I think why the Warriors and KD with KD were so successful was that he wasn't coming into obviously he was the best player on the team outside of Steph, but he wasn't like he needs he needs like grounding, I think. Not to say that like, all right, he can't be KD, like, go ISO and do what you do because he's a dog, obviously, but to win, to like get to the championship and be like successful on that stage, we saw him in a system with, where he got to be himself, but outside of him, he still had so much talent. I feel like that type of play, like obviously he has talent with Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons, or he had talent with him and Harden, but those guys didn't have any type of like system, no like set offense that they can operate in. And that's why, to me, that's why he hasn't been able to just be successful. Like, yeah, they won some games and when they played together, like the 20 games, I'm talking about Kyrie, James, and KD. But when that fell apart, when they got injuries and they had, all these other issues, they fell fast. So going to Phoenix with a leader like Chris Paul, with a guy like Devin Booker, who I think is just like pure basketball, he's pretty much averaging what he averaged last season. I think going into that with Monty Williams, with strong leadership, he would be able to thrive, be himself, and he could be closer to winning a championship than he is right now. So I would say Phoenix. But if I'm the Nets, I'm going to very much hold that out. And if I get the offer of you only get the offer of a lifetime for giving up KD. Like, you getting potentially top draft picks and very, very good players, if not, a superstar. So, I hope that, I want to see how it plays out before that happens. But if it does happen, what's the trade deadline? February?
It's normally around All-Star break, around that
Yeah.
time.
So I'll be stalking Woj and Sean's page around that time. Like, well, pretty
Yeah,
much every.
and
So,
I think Aiden is eligible to be traded like the December 15th or something like that. It was something like that. Like with some of the new signings, you have to wait a certain amount of time.
yeah, that
So
makes sense.
yeah, I don't remember the exact date, but I know we talked about it before when we first reported on Aiden's contract. So I know it's on there.
We'll see. That'll be interesting because I Phoenix has a lot of, well, not a lot, but they have some things going on too right now that we'll touch on at some point. But that would be interesting to see Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul as a potential team up. I think I can see that.